Here are the latest odds. Forsberg on Kyrie's next team. The Lakers are the clear favorites, followed by the Heat. That certainly would make things interesting in the East. The Mavs, the Clippers, and the Suns round out the top five. Which team actually makes sense, Chris? I mean, on the surface, I look at the Lakers and say that's a natural destination. I know that they're already a little loaded when you've got Anthony Davis and LeBron James, but the only place it seems that Kyrie has been able to go and just kind of fall into line is when he's playing with LeBron James.
Who else would want that headache? Like, I just don't even understand. Now, the Lakers have to do it because LeBron is old and they need as much help as possible, and they're the only team willing to probably put legitimate assets out there to go get him. I think LeBron has already tweeted the eye emoji and a crown, maybe a reference to how they won a title together. So look, before the season, we thought this was a possibility back when Kevin Durant was deciding what he was going to do. I would be absolutely floored if any other team besides the Lakers actually made a strong pursuit of Kyrie Irving. I think there'll be some teams that maybe kick the tires trying to get him cheap, but I don't know, like the Nets don't have to budge. They could always ride this thing out. And ultimately, I just don't know what Kyrie's options are, and that's part of the reason why he's not getting an extension from the Brooklyn Nets.
You know, if you're the Celtics, Chris, how do you look at this? Do you feel like they're getting a break because Kyrie Irving most likely is going to get moved out of possibly the entire Eastern Conference? Or were you never really all that worried that the Nets were a legit contender anyway, even if Kevin Durant was healthy and KD and Kyrie could play together?
First off, it's validation, right? Like, you just feel like you would have probably brought him back if he would have come back. And it's just, you dodged the bullet, moving on and recovering as quickly as you did. Second, I wasn't really scared of the Nets, but you always felt like they had the potential to maybe figure things out eventually. But there was just too many volatility there, like figuring out with Kyrie, figuring out with Ben Simmons. It just felt like it was never going to come together fully for them. But you never know. Like, maybe it did for a small stretch of time. And I don't know, it depends on where he ends up. Like, the Lakers all of a sudden don't scare me if they have LeBron and Kyrie. This isn't 2017, 18, whatever the year was that they won it all. And so ultimately, less time you have to see him, only twice a year if he goes to the Western Conference. But it is the never-ending story, and he's someone else's headache, and that's the best part of it all.
Certainly would make a fun finals. The Celtics and the Lakers with Kyrie Irving. Don't go anywhere, Chris Forsberg. We're going to check in with you again in just a second. Sports Illustrated's Chris Mannix weighing in on Twitter. Kyrie reacting to the Nets being unwilling to meet his contractual demands by effectively blowing up its season is a hell of a way to sell his next team on giving him a long-term contract.